In James 4:2, it reads, "You lust and do not have, you murder and covet and cannot obtain, you fight and war, yet you do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask amiss, that you may spend it on your pleasures." Now, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm like the first ever person to like speak about this part of the Bible, but thinking about it, I'm really like getting down to like the nitty gritty, not even nitty gritty per se, but just thinking about it. I feel like a lot of the times when I sit here and I ask certain things, especially when it comes to God, Lord and Savior, and I'm very new and I'm very early on all of this stuff, so I'm still learning as much as I can day in and day out. And I do have my moments where I feel like I fall back, um, and when I try to come back, I feel like I'm asking too much, or I feel like I'm too selfish when it comes to certain things. When it comes to me asking, and I feel like I don't want to ask too much from the Lord. And I guess maybe that is like a good kind of like in my brain, that's like a good thing to do. But I feel like there's no harm and like no shame, no foul, and like asking God for certain things. Um, Obviously with like specific like outlines and whatnot, because like obviously you're not gonna sit here and you like ask like I want this, I want that, like I want $1 million. I'm gonna pray on it, or like I just put money on this one thing. I want it to go crazy. Let me pray and hope God hears my prayer. Because obviously that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Where it's just like more so it's just like before I go to work, or before you go to sleep, or when you wake up in the morning, or when you like before you eat, before you do anything really, and you sit there and you pray. More so of just like, Lord, I ask you to just like look over me as I'm doing this specific task, whether it is through working or eating or literally anything. Um, and I don't know. I feel like I struggle with that a lot because I don't obviously I don't want it to become a thing where I'm like asking God for legitimately everything and thinking in my brain that it's gonna go right, because I know that's not what it is. I'm not gonna just ask God for something and He's gonna give it to me. And like obviously there's gonna be some hardships in it. Um, but like a really big part of me, especially the reason why I wanted to talk about this right now, is legitimately because like I feel like I don't want to be selfish when it comes to that. Um, and I don't know, man. I don't want to feel like I'm just only using that as a as like an escape route, and like like I use the Bible and I use God and I use like my faith and like going into it, especially like during some of the darkest moments in my life, as a way to feel comfort in knowing that no matter what, everything is going to be okay, as long as I put Christ first as much as I possibly can. And it's just I don't know, like I know I'm not perfect, um, and I have fallen back on that a bunch of times, and I do struggle with a lot of things that I know isn't good, very sinful stuff, 100%. Um, I feel like I'm just going on like a tangent right now, but it's more so just like I don't know. I feel like this part of it is such a good thing because I feel like the same type of mindset that I have when it comes to that stuff. I feel like so many people, especially like if like you're just starting out on it, or like even people seasoned in on it. Like I talk to my friend all the time, and I feel like he feels the same exact way. And I'm going to talk to him about it again, if I haven't already, and just try to have like a good conversation about it. Because I feel like when it comes to my friend November, I feel like me and him have such a crazy, crazy, really good tight knit bond when it comes to that. Um, And I'm always thinking like in my brain like they know so much more than me. They know like he knows so much a lot more about this stuff than me. But this that and that's just not something that needs to be an issue. It's like the fact that like we're doing this together, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to sit here, especially like not even just him alone, like my little brother as well. I feel like my little brother put this like implanted into my brain so much. That's why I'm like always with this. But I feel like they would understand that like I don't want to like overuse it or overdo it, but I feel like it's good. I feel like we should be able to process it in our brains and understand that it's such a blessing that we get to sit here and like speak to God as much as we're able to, and ask Him to look over us. So for any blessings that He is like willing to put upon us, and hopefully I'm not like butchering any of this stuff. And if I am, I hope I can learn more about this as I'm going through this stuff and really like get down to like where I need to be at when it comes to this stuff. But I feel like genuinely like reading that, I'm gonna read it again. You ask and do not receive because you ask amiss, that you may spend it all on your pleasures. And I think of that, and it's just like I feel like that's what goes on in my brain so much, where it's just like I don't want him to think that I'm just sitting here and asking specifically, not even like specifically. I try to like broaden it because I don't want to sit here and like specifically ask for like one thing or another. Um, it's more so just like I don't want to sit here and have that and then just like be quote unquote comfortable and then like have it just become a thing where I don't have to worry about nothing else because I know that if I just pray on it and if I speak to God, that I know like it'll be fine. I'll just go on from there, and I only go to Him because of this, because of these certain things, and that's all I need Him for. Which is like I don't want that to be the thing. Um, but I feel like a lot of people I feel like it's very good for us to understand that we should be able to sit here and talk with him as much as we can and ask as much as we can. Um, there's been so many things, especially like such a long time ago, that I have asked uh, for God, um, whether it be like in like a broader statement or like specifically asking for one thing, and it's not gonna happen right away. But like looking back on a lot of the things that I would ask for, um, a lot of the things did eventually come to. And I sit here and I realize that like people need to start doing that more often because they don't understand how great, how good God is, how wonderful and how powerful He can be. If you just sit down, you just speak to Him, you just ask Him, you just talk to Him. Go through your problems and just He's there to listen to you. Um, yeah, I don't like it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking in my brain like it's more like more so just like if I'm thinking this way and I'm having this kind of like attitude or like mindset when it comes to it, I feel like I'm not the only one that is having it this way. I feel like a lot more people are having it like this to where it's like they don't want to overdo it and they don't want to displease God or whatever just because they want to ask for something that will benefit them and like all like and I try I try my best to not specifically only ask for things that will benefit me. um I probably have fallen into that where it's just like, please, like, let me, but that's not the case. I feel like the best way to go about it when you're asking for something specifically, at least, is like just like broaden the statement about it as well. And I mean, everybody should be doing this in general. Like before I go to sleep, I've been really, really bad about it, and I plan on getting back into it tonight before I go to bed. But it's mainly like just asking him to not only look after yourself but look after your friends and your family, like all your loved ones, your significant other, just whoever, your pets, dog, cat, fish, whatever it is. Just make sure that he watches over them, whether it be through sleeping or through work, because work is it's very crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like definitely it's you know good to just do that. And I feel like I'm kind of answering myself right now, but I gotta get that more into my brain of just like, you gotta just if I don't know. I used to just go with this statement a lot I don't know where I heard it from or like Reddit or whatever. I'm not gonna say that I made it up. Obviously, I never made it up. There's been so many other people that have lived on this earth that have made up a lot of things, but it's just like you like obviously like you live and you learn, you know, like yeah, like working for all this stuff, and it's just I don't know. I feel like I'm just going on a tangent right now, to be honest with you. But again, yes, it's just I feel like it's a good thing to speak to God and just ask him about it. And I feel like I definitely have a really big issue with trying to figure out and trying to figure out the right words to go about it because I don't want to make it out to be what it isn't, um or make it seem like I'm just only coming to him for this one specific thing. um but yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to speak about that because I saw a TikTok about James 4:2, and I was like, I feel like I want to get my input, just like speak to myself about it and just think and really try to just like get it into my brain. But yeah, I don't know. That's about it. So yeah.